Yes, I recommend this board discuss and take any action as needed in response to a request by the District Diversity and Equity Committee to expand the board's 2022 legislative platform to address proposed legislation including House Bill 1557, Senate Bill 1834, House Bill 7, and Senate Bill 148. I do want to mention that you'll see on the agenda item we have the letter that was provided by the DDC committee. We've got the related legislation all attached. And then I worked with staff to draft a letter, potentially if the board sees fit, that could be issued on behalf of the board by Chairman Barbieri and myself. And that's the draft for the board's consideration. If there's any amendments or changes that need to be made, we're welcome to that. But we just wanted you to be prepared for this conversation and ready to take any appropriate action.
Discussion? Mrs. Whitfield.
First of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to staff for putting so much time and effort into this letter. I'm a big supporter of Exhibit B and the second letter that we would write directly from the school district to our legislators. I think the most important issue here for me is that we are protecting our children, all our children, and that everyone should feel welcome and accepted in school. I'm a little concerned about some of the legislation that's been coming down. I'm very concerned about some of the legislation that's coming down. And I think it's important for us as a board to stand strong with our community and say that, this doesn't fit in Palm Beach County schools. So I appreciate our staff putting this together, and I would like to sign the letter that Mr. Burke and staff wrote, Exhibit B. Thank you.
Okay, I neglected to take the motion on this before the discussion started, so we need a motion. Motion by Dr. Robinson, seconded by Mrs. Whitfield. Now we're back to discussion. Vice Chairwoman Brill.
Thank you. And so I just wanted to say that I too support our putting our own personal stamp on it with our own letter. I think if the board votes on it, though, I would like somebody to please read it for the public.
Any other discussion? Mrs. Andrews.
Yes, I'm very pleased that we have our own letter. I'm just so proud of the District Diversity Committee. I heard the speakers today. Thank you for having the courage to come in here and speak, because all of our children are so important, and we cannot afford to divide our children. You know the statistics as it relates to LGBTQ plus students, and when we think about loving all of our children, supporting them, these children need to have it. We've had so much personal conversation from Tallahassee right here to this school board that has been negative toward the children. And I'm just happy that we're taking the stance all the way to Tallahassee with our own personal letter. I thank the superintendent as well as all the other school boards across the state who are working with us and making sure that the state knows, the governor, everybody, the legislature knows that we're going to stand for all children. Thank you.
Ms. Ayala.
Thank you. And I also want to give a huge debt of gratitude to the District Diversity and Equity Committee and thank the members that took the initiative to write this letter. I want to give a shout out to member Emmy Kenny, who contacted me so that we could get in touch with our legislative team to figure out the best way to bring this forth. So I'm really glad about the collaboration that took place there to listen to our community and hear them when we say that this will not only be incredibly damaging and harmful to the children that we are here to serve, not judge, harm, discriminate against, or bully, but this will also create an incredible level of unnecessary work for our educators who do not need another thing on their plate that is of this nature. Hate has no place in this district. Discrimination has no place in this district. So I'm in full support and very pleased that as a board, we are on the same page about what we will tolerate in this space and how we will protect everyone who is in this district. Thank you.
Mr. Superintendent, would you like to read the letter, please?
Yes, sir. Dear Florida legislators, the School District of Palm Beach County takes great pride in holding true to our mission of educating, affirming, and inspiring each student in an equity-embedded school system in which both students and staff are unimpeded by bias or discrimination. It is that firm and unwavering conviction to universal inclusion and equity that necessitates this important letter in which we express our displeasure and stand firmly against any legislation that would compromise acceptance and respect for our students based on race, religion, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or any other demographic targeted for discriminatory exclusion. During this legislative session, proposals regarding LGBTQ students are particularly worrisome and threaten the ideals of inclusion. Specifically, we are concerned that House Bill 1557, Senate Bill 1834 would undermine existing protections for LGBTQ students by standing as a barrier to teachers who are currently providing a safe, inclusive classroom. We also take issue with House Bill 7 and Senate Bill 148, which represents censorship and would compromise an educator's ability to teach honest LGBTQ history, Black history, and historic reasons behind gender and race discrimination. Together, these measures compromise the ability for a student to receive a comprehensive education. As educators, we must stand up against hate in every form and fashion and be intentional and proactive about creating a safe learning environment. As a district committed to creating inclusive classrooms, communities that promote social justice, we understand the importance of age-appropriate conversations that will empower our students to develop a tolerance, respect, and acceptance for those who are different than themselves. It should be noted that we recognize that information regarding LGBTQ matters are conversations for older students and are not discussed in our primary grades. Legislators, as we work together, the common goal of empowering all students, we request that you stand united with us, ensuring that children are informed, thereby making them poised to thrive and succeed, and that the diversity is celebrated and nurtured, not silenced or censored. Respectfully, Michael J. Burke, Superintendent, and Frank A. Barbieri, Jr., Esquire, Board Chairman, on behalf of the school board.
Any further discussion? Dr. Robinson?
I want to just offer a tweak, and it's a very small tweak to the letter. In paragraph 4, it opens as, "We also take issue with HB 7, SB 148. I would offer that it's changed to "of equal concern" is HB 7, SB 148. And I offer that as an amendment.
Superintendent, will you accept
Yeah,
it?
I accept the friendly amendment. I think
We need a
that's better
second on
stated.
that. Seconded by Ms. Brill. Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Back to the original. Any further discussion? Motion to, the vote on to approve it with the modification. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Thank you.